It'll be one to go this time by. Coming to the green, buddy, coming to the green. Let's go get him. Go, 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 go.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
Okay, we're going to begin our post-race press conferences for the Lipton T250 here at Richmond International Raceway. We've got our third-place finisher. That is Kyle Busch. Kyle, take us through your run out there. Take us through the race. Your thoughts?
We had a not a very good car tonight, but we made the most of it there with our Haas avocados from Mexico Toyota. Just soldiering on there through the beginning and middle part of the race, just doing what we could to make adjustments on it to make it better, to try to get it up through the field. And fortunately there at the end, we we got a couple runs there where we got some fresh tires on it, got the car handling better where we could drive it and race up through the field and pass some guys. And we come home third tonight, so a reasonable finish, but something that probably we didn't deserve, but we'll take it.
Let's take questions now for Kyle Busch. If you have a question, raise your hand. We'll bring your wireless. I believe we've got a couple of, or at least one mic holder here. Who's got a question for Kyle? Anybody downstairs? Anybody here? Questions? Come on.
Perfect.
Right here. Right here. Back here. Question.
You had to wait long enough?
Yeah, well.
I'm ready to go, man. I've been up a long time.
I know, you have.
Kyle, what happened there at the end of the race after the race was over? A little scuffle there?
Well, I mean, it all started there on the last lap coming out of turn 2. Stephen Wallace got a better run off the corner than I did, and instead of pulling out and passing, he hit me in the back end, jacked me up, jacked me sideways, and luckily I was able to straighten it out and, get into turn 3 behind him, and he probably knew I was going to spin him out, so he moved up the track and let me go by him, and, we come home third, and instead of him passing me clean, it ended up third, and, he ended up fifth, so just being an idiot, so I went up and I told him that you mess with the bull, you're going to get the horns. And so I didn't appreciate what he did, and so I told him what I thought about it, and that he can get hurt very easily here.
Other questions for Kyle? You got one back there, Tommy?
Yeah, Tom Jensen from SpeedTV.com. So what happens after this? Do you guys talk next week, or do you forget about it, or what?
Well, it's Rusty Wallace's kid, so I'm not sure you're going to be able to talk to him much and get through his head, but we'll see. Probably I won't, and he's probably not even driving Richie Waters' super late models anymore either. So, we've got a lot of things that go on, but this is just a little piece of the pie. I race in the Nextel Cup Series, and that's what my main goal is to get that M&M's Toyota running up front.
Any other questions for Kyle before we release him? I think we're clear upstairs. We got one. Any questions upstairs for Kyle? Okay, Kyle, you're released.
All right, cool.
Thank you very, very much. Good luck tomorrow. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I didn't know what to do.
Thanks, Kyle. Okay, we've got our runner-up in tonight's Lipton T250, Kevin Harvick. He drove the number 33 Ream Chevrolet. Kevin, your thoughts about tonight's race?
Well, it was a great race for us. The whole team did a great job in the pits on pit road, and the car was great all night long. And I just, I saw the 60 stay up behind me, and I said, a bunch of them are going to stay out. And I've been caught on both sides of that. It's worked out good for us. It's worked out bad for us. And tonight it just cost us one spot. But it's it's a hard decision to make sitting behind the wheel there. And Wally wanted to pit, and I figured there was only going to be 14, 15 laps left, and we had double wide starts, and I figured more of them would stay out and wound up only being 3 or 4, so wound up losing one in the end.
Got a question right here, and then back over here again. Go ahead.
Kevin, you've always done pretty good at Richmond. What makes Richmond so good for you?
Well, I grew up racing at places like Phoenix on the West Coast, a lot of flat racetracks, and our RCR program has always been good on the short track, and we've just been able to for whatever reason, run really well at the flat racetracks, Richmond, Loudon, Phoenix, those types of places. So just fits my driving style, and the way I brake and things like that. Just been a really good place for us to have good success.
Tommy, you got a question?
Yeah, Kevin, I got 2 questions. Tom Jensen from SpeedTV.com. Number 1, is it easier to not be upset about not winning because you're in a nationwide car and not in the Cup car on Saturday night? And two, what was your feeling watching the two young bucks go at it on pit road afterwards and knowing it was not you?
Yeah, it was highly entertaining behind us. So on pit road, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm disappointed. I'm proud of my team. I'm proud of everything that we've built. I think we're more competitive than I thought we would be at this point in the season. I really thought it would. We've struggled, in different areas, and we've been able to fix things really fast. And our cars have been very competitive right out of the box. But we've just made some mistakes. I wouldn't necessarily say tonight was a mistake. I think it was just one of those deals where you're leading the race, and if you're sitting there fifth, I mean, if the guy doesn't pit, you got to pit and put tires on. So it's just racing, and I love it, and I wouldn't have it any other way. And I'm disappointed that we weren't able to finish it off, but I'm really proud of the progress that we've made in, I don't even know how, 9 or 10 weeks. Being on the racetrack, and from where we were last year at this point, I mean, we're a top 5 car leading laps, so that's a huge improvement for a team off doing its own thing.
I'll follow that up real quick. In that situation, are you pretty much damned if you do, damned if you don't?
Oh yeah. I mean, you're kind of the sitting duck. Everybody's gauging off of what you do, and I was pitting. I was down on the apron, and I saw the 60 and the one right behind him stay up, I think, and I said, well, if they're going to stay out, I mean, the whole pack's going to stay out halfway back, and they'll never make it to us. So I thought we would have more of a barrier at that point, especially with the double file restart. So we didn't need that last restart, that last yellow. So that kind of hurt us. We didn't need any of the yellows, to tell you the truth. But just proud of everything that we've accomplished so far, and if we keep running like that, the wins are going to take care of themselves.
Anybody else have a question for Kevin? All right, Kevin, thanks a lot. Good show out there tonight. Good luck tomorrow.